You are not a human having a spiritual experience. You are consciousness temporarily wearing a human suit. Your body is cosmic technology on loan from the universe, a temporary vehicle you mistakenly identify as yourself. The Emerald Tablets of Tahuti, the Atlantean, as he was known to the Africans, called Thoth by the Greeks and Hermes by the Romans and Eurasian alchemists, were also known to Indian Hindus and Buddhists as Trilowinajai or Trilokinath, and to the Olmecs and Mayans as Quetzalcoatl and Kukulkan. These tablets preserve wisdom from between 40 and 36,000 years ago, wisdom that transcends all modern spiritual teachings because cosmic laws never expire. As Tahuti wrote, "As I to thee am God by my knowledge, so ye too shall be gods of the future because of your knowledge far above theirs." You'll hear me speak in Old English, but that's just the most recent translation to help you understand. These tablets were created before all Latin languages even existed. Keep that in mind as I begin. Lesson number 1. Consciousness precedes physical form. Your body contains your consciousness the way a cup holds water. The water remains water, regardless of its container. Lesson number 2. Time forms cycles rather than lines. The dweller told Tahuti, "Time changes not, but all things change in time. For time exists as the force that holds events separate, each in its proper place. Time remains not in motion, but ye move through time as your consciousness moves from one event to another." Lesson number 3. Death represents transition rather than an ending. The flame of life never extinguishes, it only changes form. Some fear this reality. Yet why fear becoming what you already are, eternal awareness? Lesson number 4. 3 channels carry life force through existence in your body. Today, in India, these are known as Ida, Pingla, and Sushumna. Mastery of these currents brings control over life essence itself. Lesson number 5. Balance forms the fundamental cosmic law. Every imbalance eventually returns to equilibrium. Your chaotic emotions will eventually exhaust themselves into stillness. Lesson number 6. Emotional disorder creates physical chaos. Your feelings shape reality more directly than your thoughts. Modern medicine calls this psychosomatic illness. Tahuti understood this 36,000 years ago. Lesson number 7. Fire, the inner force, transforms everything through proper application. This power burns inside you now, waiting to be directed. Lesson number 8. Knowledge without application creates nothing. Many scholars understand these tablets intellectually yet never embody their wisdom. They remain like food critics who never eat. Lesson number 9. Light represents perfect order. Darkness represents temporary disorder. Your purpose is to transform disorder into order, both within yourself and in the world. Lesson number 10. Both light and darkness emerge from the same source. True wisdom recognizes their essential unity. How can you fear the dark when it comes from the same source as light? If these ancient principles resonate with something deeper inside you, beyond mere intellectual curiosity, consider subscribing. These teachings connect you to wisdom that has survived the rise and fall of countless civilizations over tens of thousands of years. Lesson number 11. Physical reality exists as vibration, frequencies you tune into or out of based on your consciousness. Modern quantum physics confirms what Tahuti knew millennia ago. Lesson number 12. Order emerges from chaos through the word, primordial vibration organizing reality. Tahuti instructs, "Sing thou the song of freedom. Create the high vibration that will make thee one with the whole." Your words carry power beyond your comprehension. Lesson number 13. Space curves rather than extending linearly. Moving through angles creates limitation, while moving through curves creates freedom. Einstein discovered this mathematically. Tahuti knew it experientially. Lesson number 14. Balance polar energies to preserve your physical form. You maintain vital equilibrium by lying with your head pointed north for 1 hour daily, then south for 1 hour. Too simple to be effective? The most powerful practices often appear deceptively basic. Lesson number 15. Earth is a conscious entity, with the same life essence flowing through it as through your form. You do not live on Earth, you and Earth live together as one organism. Lesson number 16. The flower of life pattern connects all existence in a unified matrix of consciousness. All sacred geometry emerges from this fundamental structure. Lesson number 17. Your personal transformation serves universal evolution. Your growth contributes to cosmic development. But what difference can one person make? Asks the skeptic. Well, what difference can one cell make in your body? All change begins with individual units. Lesson number 18. Souls grow cyclically, like flames in darkness, expanding, contracting, continuously evolving. What appears as regression often represents the necessary preparation for greater expansion. Lesson number 19. 9 interlocked dimensions compose the cosmos, each governed by specific consciousness laws. Modern string theory proposes similar concepts with additional dimensions. Lesson number 20. Heart wisdom transcends intellectual knowledge. Your heart connects directly to cosmic understanding. The brain analyzes, the heart knows. Which lesson challenges your understanding the most? Does the cyclical nature of time seem impossible? Does the idea that you will become a god to future generations feel unrealistic? Your resistance points directly to your greatest growth opportunity. Lesson number 21. Your physical body can transcend normal limitations through conscious energy manipulation and the balancing of polarities. Olympic athletes unconsciously demonstrate aspects of this principle. Lesson number 22. The Great Pyramid functions as a dimensional gateway rather than merely a monument. Why else would its mathematical properties encode universal constants with such precision? Lesson number 23. The halls of Amenti exist both physically and as states of consciousness, accessible through specific vibrational practices. Multidimensional realities extend beyond conventional perception. Lesson number 24. Soul memory persists through death by holding consciousness between your eyebrows during the transition. The Tibetan Book of the Dead describes similar practices from a different tradition. Lesson number 25. Dimensional barriers dissolve through specialized consciousness techniques described in the tablets. Meditation represents the beginning of these practices, not the culmination. Lesson number 26. The word organizes reality. Your speech patterns create your world. Sound vibration represents your most powerful creative tool. Pay attention to what you speak into existence. Lesson number 27. Service accelerates evolution. Giving multiplies your capacity to receive. Selfishness constricts. Generosity expands. Lesson number 28. True freedom comes through self-mastery rather than control over external circumstances. External control is an illusion. Internal mastery creates genuine freedom. Lesson number 29. Creation manifests from infinite potential already present within consciousness. Nothing truly new ever emerges, only the reorganization of eternal elements. Lesson number 30. Power must balance with wisdom for constructive application. Strength without insight leads to destruction. Knowledge without ethics creates monsters. Lesson number 31. Ancient civilizations achieved heights we struggle to comprehend. Tahuti wrote, "We of the great race had knowledge beyond human understanding. Wisdom we gained from starborn races far beyond human comprehension." Could our advanced civilization actually represent a recovery from previous collapses? And are we walking in the right direction? Lesson number 32. Freedom comes through recognizing you were never truly bound. Your limitations exist primarily in consciousness. The prison door stands open, yet you remain inside through habit. Lesson number 33. Ultimate reality cannot be conceptualized, only directly experienced. All these words merely point toward something beyond words. Lesson number 34. Your accumulated wisdom makes you as gods to future generations. As Tahuti stated, "As I to thee am God by my knowledge, so ye too shall be gods of the future because of your knowledge far above theirs." But only if we truly do the inner work and ascend consciously. What responsibility comes with this potential? Lesson number 35. Knowledge cycles through civilizations, forgotten, then rediscovered. The soul of man moves ever onward, bound not by any one star. Is it possible that many of our ancestors have left Earth, settling on different planets as forms of consciousness? Something to consider. The seven Lords of Nine govern cosmic evolution with powers far beyond human comprehension. Their nature and function deserve deeper exploration from Tahuti's direct experiences. The Three, Keeper of Darkness. Three holds the key to all hidden magic, creator of the halls of the dead, where Tahuti witnessed millions of soul flames flickering in the darkness. As Tahuti recounts, "Before me arose a great throne of darkness. Then grew in the great space before me flame after flame from the veil of night. Uncounted millions leaped they before me, some flaming forth as flowers of fire. Three sends forth power shrouded in darkness, binding souls that are in human form. This Lord directs the negative forces necessary for growth, controlling the essential shadow aspects of existence. Without darkness, light would have no meaning. Without limitation, form could not exist. Three creates the necessary resistance through which consciousness evolves, what humans perceive as death but which actually represents transition. This Lord teaches that darkness serves as the womb from which new light emerges. The Four, the Awakener of Life. For is he who looses the power, Lord he of life to the children of men. Light is his body, flame is his countenance, freer of souls to the children of men. Four is directly complementary to three, where three binds, for liberates, awakening life force where three restrains it, for frees souls from limitation with a body of pure light and a face of flame. This Lord embodies the expansive, outward-flowing energy of creation, the force that pushes consciousness into new expressions. Where three provides the container, four provides the expansive force that fills and eventually transcends that container. The Five, the Pattern Weaver. Five is the Master, the Lord of all magic, key to the word that resounds among men. Five controls the patterns that organize reality through sound vibration. This Lord holds the keys to manifestation through the proper use of sound, teaching that reality forms through vibrational patterns. Tahuti instructs, "Sing thou the song of freedom. Create the high vibration that will make thee one with the whole." Five teaches that properly modulated sound can create or dissolve any physical manifestation. This Lord reveals how the universe organizes itself through mathematical relationships expressed as frequency, showing how seemingly solid matter is actually frozen sound. The Six, the Light Guide. Six is the Lord of Light, the hidden pathway, part of the souls of the children of men. Six illuminates the path through darkness, showing the way when all seems lost. This Lord reveals that light exists within all beings as their essential nature. Does this ancient knowledge challenge your understanding of reality? What lesson resonates with you most? Let me know in the comments. The Six, the Light Guide. Six teaches that illumination comes not from external sources, but from within. This Lord reveals that each soul contains a direct connection to cosmic light. Six guides consciousness through the shadowy passages between dimensional planes, representing the aspect of awareness that persists even in the darkest circumstances. Six demonstrates that light is not merely physical illumination but clear perception, the ability to see through illusion. The Seven, the Space Weaver. Seven is he who is Lord of the vastness, master of space, and the key of the times. Seven governs the boundaries between dimensions and the flow of time itself. This Lord teaches that space is not emptiness but the living fabric that connects all manifestations. Seven reveals that time moves in cycles rather than lines, showing that past, present, and future exist simultaneously from higher perspectives. This Lord demonstrates that space-time forms a unified field, which consciousness can navigate consciously when properly trained. Seven controls the cosmic boundaries that separate one reality from another, while simultaneously connecting them. The Eight, the Harmony Keeper. Eight is he who orders the progress, weighs, and balances the journey of men. Eight maintains equilibrium throughout cosmic evolution, ensuring balanced development. This Lord weighs the karmic consequences of all actions, not as punishment, but as necessary rebalancing. Eight teaches that all excess eventually returns to equilibrium and all imbalance eventually finds balance. This Lord oversees the proper relationship between all cosmic forces, ensuring that evolution proceeds harmoniously despite apparent chaos. 8 demonstrates that opposing forces actually complement rather than contradict each other when properly understood. The 9, the formless source. 9 is the Father vast, he of countenance forming and changing from out of the formless. 9 represents the ultimate source beyond all dualities, the origin point from which all emerge and to which all return. Beyond gender, beyond form, beyond conception, 9 embodies the absolute potential from which all manifestation arises. This Lord contains all possibilities simultaneously, showing that separation exists only as a temporary illusion. 9 teaches that unity is the fundamental reality beneath apparent diversity. From 9 come all the other lords, all dimensions, all beings, not as separate creations, but as aspects of one indivisible consciousness, expressing itself through infinite variations. Tahuti's teachings. Tahuti reveals that these lords represent not just cosmic forces, but also aspects of your own consciousness, qualities that you can access through specific vibrational practices. By attuning to their essence, you gradually embody their powers, eventually becoming like Tahuti himself, a guide to those who come after. What resonates most with you? Let's discuss in the comments.